Most people that are building an online education business are using AI completely wrong. They're wasting a lot of time is what it comes down to. And they want to have a successful online course business. They want to make money online, but they're still doing the old school stuff. And I just want to help you with that. So if you're trying to do that, if you're trying to build an online education business, this is going to help you tremendously. Okay. I'm going to show you how to stop using AI like a tool, but instead use AI like a teammate, and not just in the cheesy sense either. I'm talking about like actually using it to crush it. Jeremy Utley, and he's from Stanford, and he teaches AI and creativity and things like that. And he said there's this thing called the realization gap. Basically, AI can make you faster, smarter, more creative, but less than 10% of professionals, he said, are getting those gains. And the reason why is because people treat AI like a calculator, or they treat it like Google instead of being a collaborator with it. And that's what you want to do. So if you're building an online education business, that mindset, using it like a calculator or like Google or whatever, it's just going to cost you time, money, and momentum. And anybody that's creating it with this stuff, what I'm going to show you, they'll fly past you because you will be being slow. Now, you don't have to be, and I'm going to show you how not to be in this video. And if you're wondering why would you listen to me, well, we teach people how to create highly profitable online education businesses using AI, Skool, and YouTube. We've got a community that we won the Skool games. We've actually won it a few times. You can see here, we've got a couple of those trophies that they give you. We've helped thousands of people make 6 and 7 figures online. And here we got this community to $144,000 a month. That's when we won the Skool games. We got another one that's about $70,000 a month. We've got this MAKEONCE, how to build profitable online education business. We're building that right now. It gives you prompts, how to create your course, how to structure the course, how to coach it, the offer, YouTube content, Skool conversion kit, traffic map. We teach you how to do CapCut, ChatGPT, Google AI. We show you how to build a successful online education business. And our goal is we want to help 1,000 people build a recurring $1 million per year online education business. In the next decade, as it says here, the rich are not going to be the hardest workers. They'll be the ones that are most fluent in communicating and utilizing AI. If you want to learn more about MakeOnce, just go down in the description. It's currently $59 a month. For every 100 members, we go up $50 a month. So if you want to lock in the price of a cheap dinner date with your grandma to learn how to make a 7-figure recurring online business, I would do that, because if you lock that in, when the price goes to $109, $159, $209, you'll be locked in forever on that. And that's pretty stinking inexpensive for what you're going to learn. Okay, I've been doing this since 2007, and we've got a community with over 56,000 people in it on Skool that does over 6 figures a month just in that one. One thing I like about Skool is it's very transparent. So if you go to like me on Skool, they put this little crown by your head, and it's top 1% earner on Skool. So the part one of this is you want to let AI ask you questions. So instead of you just always asking it questions, use it to interview you. Imagine you've got something that is basically PhD level, genius level, in all human domains and categories, and it's only getting smarter every second of every day, and you're sitting here asking it questions instead of having it ask you questions. We want to flip that script. That's a huge, big shift that I made that really, really helped us, was switching this, okay? Don't just ask AI questions. Let it ask you questions. It's just a simple flip script, okay? So try this prompt out here. Pretend you're an AI expert. Interview me about my business, one question at a time, then recommend 2 obvious and non-obvious ways I can use AI. So if you're building an online education business, let's say that you want to build an online education business about balcony gardening. Maybe you're really into gardening. You live in a high rise or something, and you want to have herbs and flowers on your balcony. You see that there's a huge demand in the marketplace, let's say. Okay. Now, we actually help you figure out course ideas that are validated, that are proved to work. I'll actually put this doc down in the description. You can grab the links here and do all this stuff. So what we'll do is we'll just put this in here. Pretend you're an AI expert. Interview me about my business, one question at a time, then recommend 2 obvious and 2 non-obvious ways to use AI. And a matter of fact, what I'll do here is I'm going to do it on a temporary chat. I want it to be more empty, because my ChatGPT, I've trained it to know everything about my business. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste this in here about my business, and then I'll put here online course about balcony gardening. You don't even have to put that in there. You could just have it talk to you, okay? I recommend 2 obvious, non-obvious ways. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that and just see what it does here. First question, who exactly is your target customer for this balcony gardening course? Beginners, city dwellers, retirees, young professionals? I'm going to say city dwellers. What's the biggest pain point you solve for them? Lack of space, lack of knowledge, or something else? I'm going to say lack of space and knowledge because some of them don't even know how to do it, right? I've been teaching the Make Once. The reason why it's called Make Once is because I teach you how to make something once and get paid for it over and over and over again for the work that you did one time. In other words, work less, earn more, and, the power of digitizing and productizing, we can do all this stuff. Third question, it says, crystal clear. Okay, how are you currently attracting these city dwellers? Social media, ads, SEO, word of mouth. I'm going to put social media. Again, what's happening here is instead of me thinking I've got some questions for it, why don't you let this thing that's extremely smart ask you questions that's going to pull things out of you? Okay, social media is a good main channel. Fourth question. When someone finishes your course, what's the number one transformation they'll walk away with? They will be able to grow fresh herbs and flowers on their patio. Last question before I drop some AI ideas. See how this goes, okay? So fresh herbs and flowers on a tiny patio, that's clear win. Cool. Last question. What's your biggest bottleneck right now? Is it creating content, getting traffic, converting sales, or is it something else? I'll just say it is getting traffic, okay? So we'll just say getting traffic because a lot of people have trouble getting traffic. Okay, here's how AI can help you. 2 obvious ways. AI-generated social media posts. It says use tools like ChatGPT or Jasper to spit out short post captions and reels. Keep your feed active without burning hours. AI video editing, drop your raw gardening clips into tools like Descript or Opus Clip, then cut, caption, and repurpose them for TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts. Okay, 2 non-obvious ways. AI garden visualizer for marketing. Ooh, it's cool, okay. Upload a photo of a customer's balcony. AI generates a before and after mock-up of it filled with herbs and flowers. Instant eye candy, instant buy-in. Pretty smart, right? Or AI-driven content partnerships. Use AI to scrape and cluster local Instagram gardening hashtags. Pretty cool, okay? Find 20 to 30 micro-influencers in small cities. Outreach with a personalized pitch written by AI, and you get organic traffic without running cold ads. This is cool. Want me to break down exactly how to set up the balcony visualizer idea? And on you can go, right? Very smart, very creative, very simple. Probably not something I would have thought about doing for sure. The AI driven content partnership type thing, and in the way that it did it, and it can write the pitch and do everything for you. So that right there, in and of itself, is something you can start doing right now. Instant transformation you can make, and start doing that. Okay, I did this with Make Once, man. It's how it allowed me to unlock the opportunities. Now we're growing pretty quick. We're getting ready to, because of what we're doing. It's already getting the price is going to go up here in about 80 more members. So it allowed us to like launch and start going. I just started talking to it, and then I was like, wait a minute, why don't I have this thing talk to me and help me uncover what can do better for the business? And we're getting daily signups. So it spotted some bottlenecks, and it's saving me hours per week. You can create an online education business that solves a real problem, that makes a real impact in ways that you never could before. I've been building online courses and things like that since 2007. So I've been through all the crappy parts of building an online business and doing all of that. And it was so much harder. And now it's like all you have to do is show up and ship all the time. Just show up and do things. So treat AI like a teammate, okay? Treat AI like a teammate. Now, this truly is a game changer. Instead of using it just like a tool, treat it like a teammate, okay? So think about this. When a teammate gives you, crappy work or they don't, a teammate doesn't pull their weight or whatever, you don't just chop them and throw them out, right? You don't. You say, okay, hey, you give some feedback, you coach them, you improve them, you help them, you're trying to make them better. Do the same thing with AI, okay? So when it's talking to you, okay, maybe you're doing copy and messaging, okay? Maybe you're doing a content strategy. Maybe you're doing a funnel and an offer, a business coaching content. Maybe you're just trying to do some daily execution, get some stuff done. You're talking to it. If it spits something out that you're not happy with, instead of just being like, ugh, okay? And just like, oh, AI didn't work, just here's all you do. You just talk to it like a teammate, okay? You say, hey, here's something that I think you missed. I was kind of going for something like this. Can you ask me 3 qualifying questions or 3 clarifying questions, then improve the answer? So let's say that you were doing some copy and messaging stuff. You put some stuff in there and it kicked back something that wasn't in line with what you're normally doing, right? It wasn't in line with your brand style, whatever. You just be like, hey, it doesn't seem like you're very good with my brand right now. It doesn't seem like you're coming from my like perspective and my voice. I need you to ask me 3 clarifying questions, then I need you to improve what you just gave me. When you do that, it's insane, right? It is. It truly is. And it just gets smarter and it remembers this and it gets better and better and better all the time. Like I'll be creating some image prompts and things like that, just like some of these images right here. It didn't give me what I wanted on the cards, feedback, ideas, strategy. And I just said, hey, you didn't do what I wanted you to do. Ask me 3 clarifying questions about what I actually wanted, and then I need you to improve the image prompt. And it kicked out this, which I thought was amazing. Instead of just giving up on it like a lot of people do, especially if they're new to it, you want to actually talk to it and have it like be like talking with you and clarifying like a teammate, okay? Start using this anytime it gives you something, right? Or just remember, ask me 3 clarifying questions, but you got to say, hey, you missed it. Here's where you missed it. Ask me 3 clarifying questions. Creativity is more than good enough. A 7th grader once said, creativity is doing more than the first thing you think of. This is the difference. If you're building an online education business and you want to get to, 6, 7 figures doing it, anybody can get that type of answer. But if you get an answer back from it, the first time it responds to you, don't just take that answer for granted, right? Push volume and variation. So I always say things like, can you make this any better? Are you leaving anything out that could make this easier to understand, make this faster, make this better, make this easier? And I'll ask it for 10 or 20 or 50 different options or variations. And then I'll ask it, now, of these 10, 20, or 50 options and variations, which one of these would you choose and why? And back up your idea with real validation, real proof of why you think this is the best answer. And then when it gives it to me, I'll say, are you absolutely certain on this? Or are you just like coming up with something? And I treat it like a teammate. Like I'm talking to it. And that's how you go from just average responses that anybody's going to get to these breakthrough strategies, right? So, this is exactly what you want to do when you're designing a recurring income system, right? AI will throw out the ideas. What we have to do today, what the people that are going to be the richest in the future today are going to be the people that know how to communicate, operate, and they're fluent in AI. And then what we do is we curate, we simplify, and then we ship it. We present it. It's the big thing that we cover inside of Make Once is we want people to ship all the time. I don't care if it's crappy or whatever, because here's the thing. Some people say, well, it's got to be real good. It's got to be the best, or, you're not going to do bull crap. Listen, you could take the best, smartest, course person ever. And if you're constantly shipping and they're kind of like dancing around trying to make everything perfect or they think they got these, you will smoke them. I used to not think this way. I used to think, oh, it's got to be really, really good. You got to put it out. The world wants reliability and consistency. People know that people make mistakes. People know that people are not consistent. You just being consistent and sticking to a particular topic and focusing, you will crush. Do less, earn more. Okay. By do less, what I mean is, not sit around and don't do anything. What I'm saying is use this teammate of yours to do less. It is smarter. It is faster. It is better. It's soon going to have a physical form like you see here in the image. What you need to do is you need to get really good at communicating, instructing, and curating and getting this thing to work for you where you're actually able to work in a way that you can produce more. And just through the act of doing that, you are going to refine your capabilities and you're going to get really good at what you do through the act of doing. You don't get good at riding a bike preparing to ride a bike. You don't get good at riding a bike talking and reading books and podcasts about bikes. You get your ass on the bike and you pedal and you keep pedaling and you get better at riding a bike. It ain't no different here. The more you do, the better you get. The better you get, the more you produce, and you do it in a better and more refined way. People want to get transformations. People don't need information. You can build a successful online education business today to $1 million a year recurring revenue if you just show up, focus on a topic that's a validated topic in demand that people want to learn. Because here's the funny thing. You're watching this video right now. If you didn't want to learn, if you didn't want to get information to help you succeed or do anything, you would not be watching this right now. So to think about the idea that people aren't buying online education programs or anything like that is the furthest thing from the truth. If you think about social media in general, what happens on social media? People are on there looking at what? Information. And what is everybody saying? Everybody's on social media. They're crashing their cars, walking off cliffs and running into each other because they're just staring at their phones all the time. And yet we're sitting here going, well, I think, maybe I can't build an online education. What are you talking about? You certainly can. And you can do it very well with this if you do it right. So just know that AI isn't here to replace you. It is literally here to multiply you, but you got to treat it like a teammate. You got to team up with this thing. So here's your challenge. Run that AI interview prompt. Ask it how to come up with validated ideas for your online education business. And then if you want help turning those ideas into recurring income, then just check out MakeOnce. Okay. You can go to skool.com/MakeOnce, or you can hit it up down in the description. But the thing I want you to do is keep shipping, do less, offload it over to AI, earn more, and focus creates results more than anything else. Tighten down, focus down, find a validated idea, stick to that topic, become the cornerstone in that topic, and you will crush it and you will win. There's probably a video popping up here on the screen here in just a minute. If you got any questions, put them down in the description. Put them down in the comments, and I will answer those questions on videos coming up here soon. Okay, we're going to get to a daily video where I'm going to be putting out and answering questions. So if you have any questions about building an online education business with AI, Skool, and YouTube, put those questions down below. Hope you got some value from this. If you want to keep learning how to build $1 million recurring revenue with AI, Skool, and YouTube, then go ahead and subscribe, hit like, share this with a buddy or something that wants to check it out. And I'll see you in the next video.